reason of why you should always record the police. If it were not for the video, the officers in this video would have gotten away with what happened on this night. Due to the existence of this footage, 3 cops are being sued and 1 is fired and now facing criminal charges. If it weren't for the video, it would have been their word against the cops, and as you're about to see, the police are perfectly willing to lie under oath. Surveillance camera footage from the Hornback home shows the evening in April 2020 when Kentucky State Troopers entered the home of Alex Hornback to serve a bench warrant on him. Alex's parents lead the troopers into the basement where Alex is located. Troopers locate Alex and instruct him to put his hands up against the wall. Alex appears to be compliant, but for some reason things turn and one of the troopers throws Alex to the ground. After Alex is thrown to the ground, the second trooper starts beating him with a blunt object. Alex's mom steps in to try to stop the beating, which works as the trooper turns his attention and his aggression towards her. She stands like a rock in front of the violent thug as if it's her child and she's about to spank him for his bad behavior. As you can see, Alex was easily handcuffed by just one officer because he wasn't resisting in any way. We saw Alex's father run off, but he's not running away. He's gone to get a device to record. Alex's father returns with his cell phone and begins recording. He was later threatened by troopers that he could either delete the footage or be arrested as well. The actual incident isn't the worst part of the story, and it's not what got these troopers in such hot water. The cover-up was. Alex suffered no major injuries and did not have to be hospitalized. Still, the troopers used force, excessive force at that, and they knew it. The department requires officers to fill out a use of force report anytime that force is used, but no such report was ever made on this incident. As you could see in the video, none of the troopers were wearing body cameras. They had no idea that the surveillance camera was rolling. When Alex's dad had taken out his phone to record, they made him delete the footage. The troopers believed that there was absolutely no evidence of what happened on this evening, other than the testimony of Alex and his parents. As long as all the troopers are willing to lie and cover for each other, they'll easily be able to get away with this. Who's going to believe the story of 3 random people, one of which had a warrant for his arrest, over the story of multiple honorable police officers? Alex sent the surveillance video to attorney Chris Weist, who went to look for the police report and found that no use of force report was ever filed. He filed a civil lawsuit against the officers on Alex's behalf. I don't know for sure, but I believe that in deposition, the officers were still completely unaware that there was any video of what happened that night. In deposition, Officer Thomas Sartorsky was asked if he used force against Alex after he had been thrown to the ground, to which he replied, no. Officer Sartorsky is the officer that you saw in the video striking Alex with a blunt object while he was on the ground. Attorney Weist asked again, this time being a little more specific. He asked Thomas Sartorsky if he struck Alex with an object while he was laying on the ground, to which the officer responded again, no.
When he was taken to the ground, did you use any force on him?
No.
Did you ever strike him with any object?
No.
A couple of weeks after the deposition, the attorney released this video footage on social media, following which perjury charges were filed against the officer by a lieutenant with the same department. Records show that Sartorsky also had 2 other use of force complaints days before this incident. Sartorsky was very quickly becoming a problem child and on his way to being the next cop to shoot somebody in the back. But these officers don't wear body cameras and none of the other incidents were recorded. If it weren't for this surveillance footage, Sartorsky would likely still be out on the streets terrorizing people. In summer of 2021, Sartorsky was arraigned and pled not guilty to the charge of perjury. He was previously represented by a lawyer for the Kentucky State Police, but has since been terminated from the department, and the lawyer has withdrawn from his case. Perjury is a felony carrying a sentence of 1 to 5 years in prison. Guys, please, always record the police. It doesn't matter if anything is going wrong or not. If you wait for something to be going wrong before you start recording, then you're going to miss what you needed to record.
Body camera, but you guys charge money. You guys charge money to give out body camera footage.
I didn't know that.
You do. It's $40.
We just got a call pretty much about your sign, but as long as you're not technically on Martin's property and they don't want you gone, I got no issue with it, all right?
Well, Martin's can't tell me to leave from public property. I'm not on Martin's property. I wouldn't protest on their property.
Yeah.
I'd protest on public property. I mean,
yep, that's fine.
I know the law.
First Amendment right, yeah. So like I said, you're
Are you the one that was parked over there?
No, I was coming from like halfway area.
All right, because there's one over there that's he was trying to be sneaky, and then he went over there, and then you popped up over here. So I just thought maybe you went around the building or something.
Yeah, whoever called in just said Martin, so I just figured come in the front.
Martin's didn't call in though.
Go ahead.
Martin's didn't call.
Like I said, they just gave the Martin's
The
address.
locations.
Yeah.
Yeah. Martin's is not the one who called you.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Like I said, I'll get out of your hair then.
Well, I'll be in Washington County at multiple different locations over the next week.
Yeah.
It's going to be the same sign. There's not that many guys with a "Suck My D, Larry Hogan" sign.
Yeah.
So you can believe that it'll be me. It'll be this exact sign you're looking at here. And, you know, I'm going to go to a couple places this morning.
Okay.
I'm just looking for different areas to access different voter populations and different routes with different volumes of traffic. Do you know what the busiest intersection in your county is, ma'am?
I don't know, actually.
Would you tell me if you knew?
If I knew, yeah. Like I said, I'm not sure. Like I said, traffic's definitely picking up now since they've lifted some restrictions, but...
Yeah, those restrictions are unconstitutional, and Larry Hogan's a sucking and that's why I have a sign that says that's pretty much what he is.
Like I said, you're allowed to say whatever you want. So.
I hear you.
All right, well, I'll let you get back to it, okay?
Well, I appreciate it.
No problem.
Have a good one.
Hello, sir. How are you?
Good. How you doing?
Good. I see you're recording me. I'm recording you. Okay, you know.
That way we're even.
That's right. That's right. I'm okay with that. So, this property is owned by Martins.
This is actually a public easement right here.
This is
Did you see Public Works stop by and talk to me?
I did not.
Okay, because I have Public Works stop by, say, no, you're good to go. You're on public right of way, public easement. We just want our picture taken with your sign.
Okay. Well, I have the senior commercial property manager for Martins Giant that says they own this property.
You can't own the public sidewalk and public easement here. Look at the public utilities. That's a gas right of way. That's a public easement. That is a sign put up by the municipality. It's not put up by Martins. Martins doesn't put up street signs. Anywhere a street sign is, I can be, according to the American Civil Liberties Union, who I've already spent lots of time consulting with ahead of time.
Okay, I understand that. But like I said, I mean, I'm sure that there's probably an agreement that was made through Martins.
There's no way you can agree to waive public access, public right-of-way, public utilities easement. I'm standing here looking at a gas line easement. I'm standing here looking at signs. Those are signs the government put up. Those are not signs that were put up by Martins. Martins doesn't put up street signs. I suggest you call Mr. Mullendor, and why don't you ask him, and why don't you call Public Works, because they were just here and told me that I was legal. And if you're telling me that you know more than the Public Works guys, I mean, I'd be a little bit confused.
I'm not saying I know more than them. I'm just letting you know what the Martins...
Martins is making a false argument because they don't like the sign, evidently. I mean, did you try to solicit a trespass from Martins just now? Like, did that girl go in there and ask them if they wanted me trespassed?
We did not. We just went to ask who owned the property. That's all we did. They said they did.
Okay, well, you can't ask a grocery store person a civil engineering question. I suggest you call the municipality. This is county, right? Okay, so why don't you call county, because I already did. And why don't you, I don't know, because I talked to county and I also talked to the city about a spot on Eastern Boulevard I was at yesterday.
So you don't know who you talked to? Though.
Nope. Go ahead and call him now. I'll tell you, this is not Martin's property, and you'd be falsely arresting me if you did arrest me for trespass or attempted to issue a trespass. It would be a false issuance of a trespass. You'd be violating my First Amendment protected civil rights, freedom of speech, freedom to protest. You know, it's like you're trying to make up a reason to get me off the property.
I'm not trying to make up a reason at all.
Okay. Well, listen, you can't go by the word of a pissed off grocery store guy. I want you to...
The word of a county guy that you don't even know.
Okay, you're right. The county guy that I don't even know that posted his picture all over Facebook. It'll be on there soon with a tag for me. But in the meantime, can you explain to me why there's a gas right away? Why I'm right off the center line? Why there's a 12-foot easement off the side of the road anywhere in the county? And I know that because of when I called to put my mailbox in. They said it's a 12-foot easement the county has on either side, regardless of who owns the land, and it's considered public property. So if someone breaks down, they can pull off in your driveway or whatever. But he said, we allow you to put mailboxes there, you know, unless there's a conflict with utilities. So the bottom line is you need to get someone in the county on there before you go arresting someone falsely violating my First Amendment protected civil rights on the word of a grocery store guy. Let me explain something to you. I'm going to explain it loud and clear. I'm going to stand here and I'm going to assert my First Amendment protected civil rights, and there's no who's going to take me off this property today.
I'm not saying I'm going.
Do you know how many people know I'm here right now who are checking on me?
Probably a lot.
Yeah. I've already consulted with Freeman found me in Thrush in Baltimore. I've already consulted with the American Civil Liberties Union. Okay, Felipe told me everything. I've spoke to the county multiple times. You go ahead and call the county. They're going to tell you that it's a public easement off the center line and then off the side. And they're going to tell you that I'm allowed to stand here. You see all these different places put signs up. They're allowed to do whatever they want. They don't need to go to Martin's and say, hey, Martin's, can I go ahead and put a sign up on the side of the road? Just like when Ryan Holmes has their signs up everywhere on the side of the road, no one can stop them because it's public easement. You're allowed to do that. I'm allowed to stand here and protest. If you want to protest with me,
I'm not trying to.
if you want to protest with me, no problem. Hold
I'm
on.
not trying to take away your right.
You're currently distracting me from holding up my sign. Can you please leave? No, I need to hold it up in the air to clear these county road signs and stuff. See the county road signs? They get in the way of the viewers as they're approaching, and at the speed they're traveling, they need all the time in the world to see my giant "Suck My D- Larry Hogan" sign.
Watch back up.
What?
Why don't you back up a few feet? That way it gives them more room to see.
No. This is where I'm standing. I'm not gonna. Have you ever protested Governor Hogan?
No.
So I'm an expert at protesting Governor Hogan because I've been doing it all week. Okay. As well as I'm sure you're well aware.
All right. First time I'm ever meeting you.
Okay. All right. Are we done here? Why don't you go call the county?
I can make a phone call, okay?
Call the county. They're going to tell you that I have a right to walk along the side of the road, okay? If I'm walking on the side of the road or standing on the side of the road, I can't be trespassed because it's a public easement regardless of who owns the land. But I can assure you that when you have the county putting in road signs, that's where the public's allowed to stand. Now, if I was protesting on Martin's property next to their stop sign that they installed all the way over there, I could leave. But I'm on property I pay for on 2 different freaking properties in this county, exorbitant property taxes that you keep raising. Now, I know that's not your fault, but that's another thing. Larry Hogan can suck my fucking okay? So why don't you go ahead and call the county and ask them about what is public easement? What is a public right-of-way? What about public sidewalk that's down there? Should I go stand on the public sidewalk 50 feet away so I don't get arrested? Come on, man. You're just f***ing with me, dude. You're literally just f***ing with me on behalf of Martin's.
I mean, someone's taking care of the property. It's not the county.
No shit. Public easement. Look up the definition.
But again, so shouldn't the county be taking care of it and mowing it?
This is a public easement. Do you know what that means? Look it up. Look it up.
Okay.
I've done nothing illegal. If I did something illegal, believe me, I wouldn't be doing it.
Okay.
Do you think I don't consult with attorneys before I do every single little thing I do that might be controversial?
Yeah, I don't know you. Just like you're saying, like everyone lies. I mean, you could be lying to me right now. I don't know.
Go right ahead. Do what you want. I'm right here. I'm exercising my First Amendment protected rights.
I'm glad you're-
Why don't you call your intake at the state's attorney's office also while you're here? Okay? You came to my private rifle range on September 29th, so you do know me. I spoke to you on the phone, I believe. Casertano refused to ID. You walked away from him and said he's probably a f***ing felon. It was on your body camera. I'm pretty sure it was you. If not, it's a guy that looked just like you is all.
I promise you, I never said someone's probably a fucking felon.
Okay, well, it was on body cam or when they were not around, like when you were walking away.
Curb, we have a right away. Okay. So from the center, in between the yellow and the center, 25 feet this way. Okay. So 12 feet to the end line. Okay. So go, say the curb. Yep. Okay. The curb, 8 inches. So I mean, an inch here or there is not going to fluctuate.
Now, I got a question. Are you telling me these signs are on private property and you're not allowed to walk along the side of the road here?
Signs, what, are on private property?
No, public right-of-way, public easement.
It's a county right-of-way.
Right.
Okay, we have 25, it's a 50-foot right-of-way.
Gotcha.
Okay, not all roads have the same right-of-way.
Okay.
This road has a 50-foot right-of-way.
Okay.
Okay.
What's the utility easement, the public easement on the side?
25 feet per the road.
Okay.
So split the road. 25 feet this way, 25 feet that way.
Okay.
That's our right-of-way. Okay. So that would mean.
So stand on the curb and try not to fall into traffic?
I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just telling you what our right-of-way is.
So how far out of this roadway? Give me an area.
It's 25 feet from the center of the road. Okay. So I just measured from in between the yellow line, center of the road, and I came over 25 feet to the edge line, to the white line. Okay, it's 24 feet. So I need to go 6 more inches. Okay.
You're saying that right now, Mr. Porter is not on the county property anymore.
Correct. 25 feet would be just past the curb. Just to the curb.
So right here, I'm good. I got a balance though.
All I'm saying is the road's 25 feet.
Gotcha.
So 25 feet is the curb.
Okay.
Okay. That's the county right away.
What about the utility easement, the public easement for signs, for the utilities that are right here?
I have nothing to do with utilities. I don't know.
So you don't know about utility easement, you're talking about just right away. So that's only half the equation. Who does easements in the county that we could call?
I have no idea whose lines are these, who they belong to, or what's in here. I don't. Honestly, I don't. I'm not lying to you. I don't know.
If the county's able to put a sign here, is this Martin's sign or is this the county sign? Because it's
county sign. It's property of the county.
It's property of the county. So if I'm on property of the county right now, I'm leaning up against the sign. The sign overhangs this far. That should mean that I should be able to overhang my sign that far as well and stand here.
I don't make the rules. I don't know what.
So this sign is the county's property, and that's where I'm standing.
Mr. Porter, hang out for a few minutes, okay?
No problem.
Perfect. Thank you.
We just got some new news.
Uh-oh.
It's going to benefit you. It's going to benefit you, okay?
Okay.
The gentleman who talked to you the first time who said there's a 50-foot easement, he did some research for you.
Yeah.
He said once the shopping center went in, the vesting out is 60-foot easement, okay?
So I got 10 feet over more than I thought.
Which means it's beneficial so you don't get hit by a car.
Right. You do realize that I've argued a trespassing case in front of Terry Myers, and at no point in time could you possibly consider a guy walking down the side of the road or holding a sign trespassing. Dude, if you guys arrested me, I was already waiting to sue you for violating my First Amendment civil rights. It was all lined up, buddy.
Were you arrested?
No.
There we go.
Hell no, buddy. Look at how many cops you got for a guy with a sign. I mean, seriously. That's why my taxes keep going up. Jesus fucking Christ.
Clerk of the court. Welcome to City Hall, the directory. So, public is on the 3rd floor. So the 2nd floor we're here, we have the registrar of voters, Sheriff's Civil Division over here.
Sir, do you need some help?
I'm sorry?
Do you need some help?
No, no.
Why are you filming East Baton Rouge Sheriff's Office?
The East Baton Rouge Sheriff's Office? Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Let's see. You are? Let's see. Deputy Champagne, do you have, excuse me. Get BB and call back up. Get BB and call back up.
Call backup for what? Can I get your name, ma'am? What are you calling backup for? She's calling BB and she's calling for backup. For what? For filming the East Baton Rouge Sheriff's Department? Doesn't seem like that big of a deal. Inside of a public building, City Hall. I guess backup has arrived. How you guys doing today? How you doing? Get some more backup, alright. Excuse me, sir?
Turn the record off.
Turn it off?
Yes.
For what?
Turn it off now.
Sir. I would ask you to. I would ask you to de-escalate. You're putting your hands on me. You need to stop.
Turn it off in the building.
This is a public building, like you just said.
You
work for Internal Affairs,
That's right. Now,
and you're acting like this.
turn it off.
I'm not turning it off, and you don't touch me again. I'm leaving. For what? This is a First Amendment protected activity.
Okay, disobeying officer.
This is not right. This is not disobeying. This is a constitution. Get me a supervisor, please. This is a constitutionally
right now.
This is a constitutionally protected activity, sir. I'm not breaking any laws.
You're not. No,
I'm not breaking any laws. You're opening up yourself up for civil litigation. You guys are unbelievable. What is your name?
William.
What? Williams? And what's your name?
Cartwright.
Cartwright?
Come on.
Why it says S. Bell? Why are you lying? Why are you lying about your name? Why are you lying?
Sir, don't talk to me like that. Get out.
Why are you lying? Stop pushing me out the building. What are you doing? What are you doing?
Get out the building.
What's wrong with you?
Get out of
Give
the
me your
building.
supervisor. Give me.
You cannot recall.
Give me your supervisor. Give me your supervisor. Give me your supervisor. Get me your supervisor. Oh my God. You saw it, right? Come on, man. My ankle. They don't push me down the stairs. Can I get your number, man? Can you just tell them to me on camera so I can? I'm not gonna post it nowhere for your number, but I'll take it down to my phone. Hold on, please. No, man. They just ran here. That's my constitutional right. What's your number?
Public building.
Yeah, it's a public building. But, thank you. You saw I wasn't doing anything wrong. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. I'll give you a ring. Yes, exactly. Peacefully exercising my right. Excuse me, sir. I'm talking to this deputy right here. I was just assaulted by, I don't know who. He said a constable. I showed him the video. A constable, some other deputies.
Okay.
They pushed me out of City Hall and threw me down the stairs. And it's all on video. My ankle's hurting.
They threw you down the
They
stairs?
threw me down the stairs. I have it on video. They threw me down the stairs. Do you know why? Because I was peacefully exercising a constitutionally protected right,
But
which is filming.
If you can't film in there.
There is no policy against filming in there, and plus I have a constitutional right to film in there. And even if that was the case, you trespass me from the building. You don't throw me out of the building.
Okay, let me call him.
And you're a sergeant? Yeah, come here. Come here. You're gonna pay for this legally. I said legally, sir. Legally. That is not a threat. That is not a threat. The Supreme Court has ruled you cannot threaten somebody with legal action. That's not considered a threat. He's one of the ones that assaulted me, sir. I got it on video. You're nothing but a thug. A thug with a badge. And I got a witness, sir, who said he's willing to write a statement. He was walking out the same time as me. Here is the guy who assaulted me. I didn't break the law. I'm not giving you no ID. You need to have reasonable articulable suspicion that I've broken the law in order to demand ID. And your sergeant should know that.
Listen to me. You invading these people's privacy in the
You have no expectation of privacy in public, sir.
You interrupting me while I'm talking.
Okay, go ahead.
You up here videotaping these people and they're on the job. You can't do that.
They are public servants, sir. I sure can.
You cannot video people. No, you can't.
Yes, I can. They're public servants. There's no expectation. There's no what law did I break, sir? What law did I break?
You broke Privacy Act. You can't video people.
Common sense. Are you common sense enforcement? Are you common sense enforcement?
You don't even know who you are.
He lied about his name. I asked him what his name was. He said something totally different from what's on his shirt.
Let's see ID card.
I have not broken the law. Are you going to arrest me if I don't give you ID?
I'm at the time you get the ID because
Sergeant, I'm asking. Sergeant, you know I'm in a public... Sergeant.
Let me speak to him. Yeah, that would be okay. Wait.
You better relax, man. You're about to... You already violated my constitutional rights. And you cannot just get ID from me unless I've broken the law.
I need your ID to write my report.
No, you do not. You can put good citizen in it. You'll get it when I sue you. You'll get it when I sue you. How about that?
We'll see.
Yeah, we will see. S. Bell.
We'll talk to him.
Sergeant Shavers.
Here's the thing. I know the videos on YouTube. We use them as a training thing.
I hope so. Obviously not, sir.
Right. Well, not everybody sees all the videos. Some people don't even YouTube. Some people don't even Facebook. They don't see the videos. But the thing is, if there is a provision in this building, since it is a governmental building, it's not technically a private or a public building, it's a governmental building. If there's a provision for no videoing, then you cannot video in there unless you do the request for public records release.
That's what I was trying to do, a public records. That's why I'm working on a story for City Hall.
You can't video until you get permission. Once you get the records.
I respectfully disagree. It's a City Hall, sir. It's open to the public.
It's a governmental building.
But it's a public building. It's paid for by taxpayers.
Correct.
And there is no signs.
It is a governmental building.
Okay.
It's not a Walmart.
That doesn't. I understand that. It's not a private thing.
Okay, I just wanted to make
No, I understand it's not a private building.
Okay.
But what I'm saying is there's no signs, number one. And even if there was, the correct thing to do for these officers to do were to be to trespass me from the building.
Correct.
Which would mean me voluntarily walking out of the building. That's
I
it.
didn't see any of that.
Okay, but I have it on video of them throwing me out of the building.
I'm not on your video. Well, I mean, I am.
No, but I have video of it.
Listen to me, okay? I was not on the steps. I was not even outside to witness this. So I'm not saying you're a liar. I'm not saying he's a liar. Whatever happened, happened. Whether you have it on video, that's good. You have your ammunition to do whatever you need to do with it.
Yeah, I want to press charges. That's what I want to do with it.
That's fine. That's absolutely...
It's on video, and I can show it to you right now.
I don't need to see it.
Why don't you need to see a crime, sir? It's a crime.
Because it's not, like I said, I wasn't there. I didn't see it.
So somebody robbed the bank, and you weren't there at the bank to see them rob the bank. So you didn't see it, so there's nothing you can do?
But the thing is, I just heard from another witness that you did not fall.
But I didn't...
You did not fall. You knelt down. That's what I heard. That's what I was told.
But I can show you on video.
I don't need to see the video.
Okay.
The video, that is your evidence to do whatever you need. So I tell you what, let me call my supervisor.
Okay.
Hey, Chief.
Hey, man, how are you?
I'm doing well. Well, not too well.
Someone out here to take your report, but so you're pressing charges against him, correct?
Correct. I want to press charges against both of the officers that threw me down the steps.
They threw you down the steps.
I have it on video.
You have it on video?
That is correct. I have it on, and I have a witness that he gave me his number. His name is Ronald.
Yes.
He was walking outside of City Hall with me at the same time.
Okay.
And as he was leaving, he said that I will be a witness. I saw what they did to you. I will write a statement.
What I need you to do for me, if you're filing a complaint against my two officers, I need you to come to my office and see my internal affairs guy and fill out a report, and we'll carry it on. We'll do an internal investigation, and I'll notify my supervisor, if that's fine with you.
Wait, what's going on there?
Ma'am, I was peacefully filming in City Hall. I'm a journalist. I was gathering content for a story. This gentleman over here and another gentleman that just left, they came up to me and said, you can't record in a public building. It's illegal to record in a public building. I told them I have a constitutional right to film in public. We have freedom of press in this country. They grabbed me, pushed me in the elevator. I said, okay, I'll leave. They take me out of here, and I said, what's your name? As they're pushing me out the door, I said, what's your name? He tells me a name, I forgot it now, but he tells me a name that's not his name. He lies to me. I said, yes, on your name says S. Bell on it.
What do you expect us to do?
So, and then he took me, let me finish, please. And then he took me, and then he threw me down the steps right here in front of a witness where I'm hurt, my ankle's hurt. I'm going to go into urgent care over it to get it x-rayed. But, again, completely unconstitutional, violation of my rights, and it's all on video, ma'am. It's completely, and then he says, give me your ID or you're going to go to jail. He says, because, I said, for what? I said, I haven't committed a crime. Your officers don't seem to know the law. You need reasonable, articulable suspicion to demand ID from somebody that they've committed a crime.
Okay, listen to me right now, okay?
I'm listening.
We're here to ask you exactly what do you expect from us? What do you want us to do? And what
I want to press charges against the two officers who blatantly assaulted me on camera.
So take them to the office and have a seat and write out your statement or whatever you want to do. Like, go
And I
inside
can give
the
you the
office.
number for the witness as well.
That's fine. They'll take you
So
to
you
the
can
office,
contact the
open
witness.
office and take your statements.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
And you are Constable Williams
Constable Williams, yes, sir.
and Chief Hatch, Byron Hatch.
You didn't write your statement.
You come on.
Make sure you don't record inside the building.
I'm going to record inside the building. Then we're not going to go inside the building. It's a public building, sir.
Now I'm gonna need you to do me a favor when we start taking all your information and stuff like that. I need you to stop recording. I know it's your Second Amendment, it's your right to be able to record in a public building, but I ask due to our investigation that you let us.
Sir, I was just, to all due respect, I was just assaulted by 2 law enforcement officers. I don't trust anybody, so I can't stop recording. So whatever that needs to happen, that I can't.
Hold on 1 second. Hold on. Run everything down or call your phone number, your information for me. When you finish, I'll come out. I'll give you about maybe 10-15 minutes. I'll come back out, get it from you.
Okay.
And then we'll go from there.
Okay.
Make sure you leave us our contact number.
Okay.
So we can reach you. Okay.
Okay.
Let you know what transpired.
Okay.
Okay.
Will do.
All right. All right. Do you have your ID on you?
I don't have an ID on me. I can give you my full name though and date of birth.
Just put all that in.
I'll put that in here, okay? And also, how would I get you guys the video? And can I put down the witnesses?
Yes.
There was a witness that was walking out, and he had to go to work.
I'll give you your email address so you can send it to
Okay, yeah, because he said he was willing to write a statement. He saw the whole thing too.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Put all this information there.
All right, we'll do.
And you got that. You can record.
Yeah.
If you do, we're gonna get our internal affairs guys, so you're gonna have to write some kind of way. Maybe he can get in touch with you.
No. I'm gonna put my name, my date of birth. I'll give you all my information.
I'm not even looking at it. This is going to our internal affairs. So
Okay.
Department says allegedly.
It was one of the internal affairs. One of the people was internal. I saw it said IA. One of the gentlemen that was pushing me. He didn't give me his name, but it says IA on it.
Okay.
So
well, we'll look into it. Just write.
I just don't want the guy who did it to be investigating it.
Write down the information that you know.
No, I'll write down everything and the witness and everything.
Thank you.
All right. All right, guys, let's fill this out. All right, guys, so we're just getting out of the city hall here in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Wow, that was a crazy experience. As you guys saw, I was assaulted by 2 constables, one that actually works for Internal Affairs, another one that was just a regular constable. I asked him for his name. He told me his name was Cartwright, but yet his uniform says S. Bell. So he obviously lied about his name. Complete tyrant, 100%. Complete and utter tyrant. And also, the sergeant that I flagged down, and even the deputy that I flagged down after I was pushed down the steps, they said, "Oh, but you can't film it. You can't film in City Hall. You can't do that. That's a government building." Ignorant of our rights. And then if they're acting in their capacity, they're allowed to put their hands on you. No, they're not. How are they allowed to put their hands on me? That's excessive force. That's assault.